Welcome to Week 4 of Burg Sports Game Day. I'll be your play-by-play commentator tonight, Gavin Race, joined with
David Brown, your color commentator.
Tonight we have a pickup game. Originally this was supposed to be Wheelersburg against Ashland. Tonight the Pikeville Panthers will be coming into Ed Miller Stadium to take on the 2-1 Wheelersburg Pirates. Pikeville has had a lot of struggles with COVID this year, canceling their game last week and having a pickup game. They completely lost out on the Week 2 game, meaning they are 2-0 coming into Week 4.
Right.
So now they're coming in with a pickup game against Wheelersburg, back-to-back pickup games, but they've been able to thrive this year. I mean, their offense has been incredible, at least.
Right. You've done all the research on them. I know you know what we're going into tonight.
Yeah, 48 points in their first game, 43 last week, or 43 in Week 1, 48 last week. They absolutely trounced Paintsville, and they gave it to Lecter Catholic last week. And now coming into a really tough Wheelersburg team, it's really kind of hard to gauge what kind of game we're going to get tonight, because obviously both teams working off a short week trying to prepare for this one, because Wheelersburg originally played Ashland and Pikeville originally had a bye week coming in this week.
Oh, interesting.
So going into this game, Wheelersburg led by their supreme run game with Jake Darling, Carson Williams, Eli Swords, and Ethan Glover spearheading that running attack. It's kind of been reinvented this season, as we're starting to see formations that we've never seen before with Wheelersburg's run game.
Right. It's really interesting to see how it's grown, because usually, we've seen over the past couple of years they throw the quick guys back there, and now we're seeing more of a power, hard-hitting run game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll be seeing Wheelersburg line up in that power T and that power I look, using guys like Ethan Glover, Carson Williams, Eli Swords. They've had such success this year with that in the last 2 weeks especially. There's no reason for Wheelersburg to back away from that. And it's really started to open up the pass game, especially last week for Bryson Stamper, as he was able to find Eric Lattimore, Josh Clark on a couple receptions. He had a big week in his return. And Wheelersburg, with this game as well, they're looking to get a third win, building up to another huge game next week when they head to Jackson.
Right. We've seen Jackson play. They've had pretty good games, but Wheelersburg this week has to, get that mindset. Win this week, win next week. Maybe we can carry on a winning record.
Yeah, and there's home connections tonight, because coming in Pikeville, their offensive coordinator goes by the name of Steve Johnson, and he went to Wheelersburg. He was a heck of a player for this Wheelersburg team. Back in 1996 was his senior season. Wheelersburg went 10-2. They lost their Week 1 matchup, but they ended up winning 8 straight, and he was a huge part of that team.
My dad was on that team.
Yeah, he ended up going to play at Marshall following his days at Wheelersburg, and now later on down the road, now he's the offensive coordinator over there at Pikeville. And I was able to talk with him on the phone earlier before we got on the show today, and he was saying how he's excited to come back to his hometown and see the atmosphere, and he says he's expecting the atmosphere that they got for every game back then, and he said it's a tough place to play for visiting teams.
Oh yeah, we brought this up a couple times in our last game, our broadcast. Just the energy on both sidelines, especially Wheelersburg, and in the Wheelersburg stands. The Ed Miller Stadium was just rocking last week, and 2 weeks ago with the rain delay, last week coming in, perfect weather for a football game. This week, perfect weather for a football game, nice and cool. I would expect a very big turnout of rowdy Ed Miller Stadium Wheelersburg fans at Ed Miller Stadium. And
tonight, it's a really exciting matchup of not only the guys on the field, because obviously that's where the product comes from, is the players that you have on the field, but it's an exciting matchup with the two head coaches. You got Chris McNamee of Pikeville, and obviously our coach Rob Woodward. And these two guys have done an amazing job building up the programs to what they are. I'll talk a little bit about Pikeville. You obviously know about Wheelersburg. They, a couple years ago, they were numbers-wise, struggling a lot, and Coach McNamee was able to really build up their program to what it is today, and they were able to go win a couple state championships under him. And they, talking with Coach Johnson and Coach McNamee earlier, they felt like they're coming off a season where they were upset in the playoffs, and they wanted to come out and make a statement. And if there's ever a game for them to do, it would be tonight against Wheelersburg, especially coming on the road, considering how they're going to have a pretty good drive to come here tonight.
Yeah, Pikeville's a good ways away. Another Kentucky team, we switched Ashland for Pikeville, 2 Kentucky teams. Maybe they'll bring that same energy.
And we obviously are expecting a lot of Pikeville fans to be tuning in tonight because there's a lot of pride down there about their football team. But before we get into our game tonight, let's talk a little bit about what other teams in high school have done. Volleyball, another big bounce back week. They knock off Eastern and Jackson.
Jackson was last night.
Jackson, they knocked them off last night. Eastern on Tuesday night. Girls soccer beat West on Wednesday night, and it was a dominating win. They ended up putting double digits on the board against them. Girls tennis, they knocked off 2 of their toughest opponents in Notre Dame and Waverly. Good performances from the entire team there. And cross country, you guys,
we had a bye week.
Yeah, you guys were off, and you guys are back in action this Saturday, I believe.
Yes, we're going to Fairland. Not my favorite course, but a course where a lot of people on our team usually PR, so hopefully there's a good turnout there.
So some good rebounds weeks. Obviously, a couple teams, they had some rough starts, but they're starting to get back in the flow of things, especially the volleyball team. A lot of expectations coming into the season with a lot of seniors going out, but it seems like they're still starting to really get in a roll, and they're going to have a couple conference opponents coming up. So that's going to do it for our game preview and our recap of Wheelersburg sports. We'll be right back. We're going to have our Pick'em show where Mr. Eaton and Mr. Rucker will be joining us as our guest pickers this week. Welcome to our Week 4 Pick'em Show. Mr. Eaton, welcome back as always.
Thank you. I did not beat Mr. Skyver. It absolutely ruined my confidence, but today I bring it back.
Mr. Rucker, you got a long line of guest pickers to follow with Eddie Miller and Chris Skyver.
They got the show started right. So
yeah,
they've got the winning overall record. Not to brag over you guys right now, but it's up to me to keep things going in the right direction, right? So I think their overall is 18-7.
17-8, but
close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Yes. David's sitting just below 50% at 15-16. Mr. Eaton, 20.
Bounce back week for Dave.
It better be a bounce back week. I'm struggling right now.
Mr. Eaton, you are 20-15. I sit at 17-15, 17-14.
You know, I'm gonna say this, Gavin. 20-15 is not good enough for me. I'm upset. Last week I was on the struggle bus, population Mr. Eaton. So this week though, it's gonna happen, David. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Stick with me, and we're gonna be all right. Okay.
Well, first game here, we're gonna start at that end of the table with David and Mr. Eaton. I'm gonna make it a little easy on you when you get to pick this game, but it's going to be Archbishop Moeller heading to Ironton tonight. David, who do you got?
We've seen Ironton play. We haven't seen Archbishop Moeller play. We've seen Ironton come away with 2 nail-biter wins. I don't think they can pull another one out of the hat. I think we're going Archbishop Moeller this week.
Mr. Rucker?
This one's pretty easy for me. I'm not ever going to pick Ronton, ever. So we're going with Muller.
This is a no-brainer. It's not only going to be a win, it might be a running clock win. Archbishop Moeller.
Wow.
I'm not going to go that far because I want to say this real quick. To the Fairland Dragons, we apologize for what we said about you guys last week. You guys shocked everyone.
Yeah, my family won't let me come back to the Dean cookouts. I got absolutely...
You ruined your relationships.
That's true. Your roots are from Proctorville.
Exactly, and a wonderful vocabulary word for you all. I got lambasted in the family lineup, so no.
Yeah,
I apologize. You guys are a lot better than we thought.
Fairland almost pulling up that improbable upset last week, but this one is pretty easy. Archbishop Moeller is going to go on their Spectrum game of the week and give it to Ironton.
Time for a loss.
Yeah, before they go into that gauntlet of a schedule they got going against all their conference opponents. So next up, Mr. Eaton, I'm going to give this one to you because you got a little bit of stake in this one. East Clinton heading to McLean.
So the Astros versus the Tigers. So East Clinton, McLean, they're both similar styles. Ground and pound, get vertical, run downhill. However, I apologize to my McLean faithful. I do believe East Clinton will win this one.
Wow.
And I know that that's going to be rough in the McLean community, but my record means more to me than loyalty. So
Apparently.
I'm going with the Astros of East Clinton.
Wow.
What's East Clinton's record so far? Do you know anything about
I absolutely do not.
I think East Clinton is coming off a win, I can tell you that.
In my 13 years in McLean, we did not beat East Clinton very often. They, right next to Clinton Massey, we probably went, I don't know, maybe 3-10 maybe throughout those years. So I'm going to go with East Clinton.
My turn?
Yep.
Well, I was going to say one of my good friends. Probably go with McLean on this one.
What's sad, Mr. Rucker, is
I'm all about my record too.
I know.
I need to keep the record alive here. So I'm going to go East Clinton as well.
I have an uncle
And
named
I don't have any faithful in McLean that I really need to worry about, but
well,
my
the
friend,
head coach for Greenfield was a kid that I coached, so he's gonna text
Oh
me
man,
right after
you're
this.
just making a lot of people mad.
I
every
know,
week.
but I'm sorry, Jake.
Oh, that's funny.
But winning matters to me.
David?
I have an uncle named Clinton, and he's a really good guy, so I'm going to go with East Clinton.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be going with East Clinton too. I like you said, I looked into the matchup history, and it's not been favorable for.
McLean's more of a basketball school traditionally.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, someone's got a little bit of history there, but.
Of losing.
So next we got Jackson heading to Western Brown. Mr. Rucker, I'm going to give this one to you first.
This is a tough one. I don't know much about Western Brown, but I think Jackson's got a pretty strong team this year, and traditionally they're always pretty tough. So, and me being from Gallipolis originally, playing Jackson, they were our rival, so it's really hard for me to pick them. But again, I'm going for my record here as far as improving it to 3-0 this week. So I'm going to go Jackson beating Western Brown.
And I'll go Jackson as well.
I'll go Jackson running clock.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jackson. You can't pick against a team that held the best team probably in this area to 7 points before.
And they fumbled inside
Tragedy.
the 10-yard line
Exactly.
to give up that 7. Yeah, I think Jackson wins like 42-7.
Yeah, Jackson's defense is going to come to play because Coach Andy Hall really knows what he's doing up there.
That being said, we better be ready next week, right?
That's true.
Right.
Next, we got Lucasville Valley heading to Beaver Eastern. I'll go ahead and take the reins on this one. I think Valley goes up and wins.
I'm going to go with Valley, too. I'm going to go with Valley. Close one.
Close.
I'm going to go with Valley. I think it'll be a close ball game, but I like to stay with our league anytime they're playing against anybody besides us, so we're going to go with Lucasville Valley.
I'll go with Valley, and not because I've seen the, Seops or anything. not because of any football intuition.
Algorithm or...
I
You
just
have no prior knowledge.
He knows more about Valley, I think.
I know more about the cross-country course at Beaver Eastern, and I really don't like that they have a hill right there before the start.
You know what, though? The Eastern Beaver people are tough. That's why. You got to toughen up.
Next, we got Northwest heading to Oak Hill. Battle of the Hills last week. I believe Oak Hill came away with the win.
No.
Rock Hill did.
Rock Hill won.
So
Rock Hill won.
Oak
That was
Hill's
one of my wins. Very few.
So, Mr. Eaton, who you got in that one?
Now, I do think this one is an actual pick-em game. I really do. I'm going to go with the Mohawks. Little upset. I'm going to go with the Mohawks on this one. I think that Oak Hill struggled of late, so I'm going to go with Northwest.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't know about the power of the Oaks. I'm telling you right now. My wife's from Oak Hill, so I'm going to go with Oak Hill. I'm not going to say running clock, but I think the Oaks pull it out.
Okay.
Last week I said I really liked Wood.
And
That came back to bite me.
It did.
It did. So
Just repeated it this week.
I've got to go with Northwest. I have to keep away from that nightmare that I had.
Okay. Just had again.
That we just had again. Yes.
I'm actually going to go with Mr. Rucker here. I think Oak Hill wins. And the way I'm going with it is I'll just pick the home team because I really can't separate those teams.
Yeah, I agree. It's close.
Now, teams that you probably could separate, they're going to open their conference play. Portsmouth heading to Rock Hill. Mr. Rucker, who you got in that one?
Man, this is I don't know that I can ever pick Portsmouth, so it's a tough one. I'm going to go with Rock Hill. I think
Rock Hill.
Yeah, the home team, they're playing at Rock Hill. We're going to go with the mighty Rock Hill
Redmond.
Yeah.
Not the Rocks, but
Yeah.
David?
Rocks would be a pretty good name. Portsmouth beat Deer Park last week.
Yes.
And Portsmouth worked out for me. So I'm going to go with Portsmouth again.
Trojans by 10.
I'm going to say Portsmouth wins. Their defense has been a pleasant surprise this year, and I think it's going to stick around for however long until they play Ironton.
You got to appreciate Mr. Rucker for going against the grain, though.
That is true.
You got to appreciate that.
Next,
Not going to win, but you got to appreciate it.
next we got
said by a guy. What's your record again?
20-15.
And what's the overall record of the guest pickers?
17-8.
Okay, just
I'm
saying.
3 behind. I'm catching up.
Next we got West heading to Wellston. West coming off a huge win over Adena. I think Coach Gilliland gets their second win. I think they knock off Wellston. Not big, but enough to where they can feel comfortable.
I like Portsmouth West in this one as well. Close one, though. I'd say 6 points, but I like Portsmouth West. Coach Gilliland gets the second win. Happy he got his first. That's big. When you're a first-year coach, it's tough when you go weeks without a win, and I was really happy for him. So I think he's going to get another one.
I agree. I think Portsmouth West is headed in the right direction. I think Coach Gilliland has them, in the right direction. I think their first loss to Fairland was a really tight ball game. I think week 1. So they got the pieces, to do a lot of good things. So I'm going to go Portsmouth West.
Looks like West is going to sweep.
All right. Next we got Zane Trace heading to Piketon. Mr. Eaton, I'll give you this one. And Piketon's been nice to you the last 3 weeks.
Look, I might wear a Red Streak shirt next time. I feel like they're my guaranteed money maker. Quarterback from Piketon is amazing. Piketon with another win, notch it in my belt.
I want to hear Dave's pick. Yep.
Well,
Because I'm really thinking Piketon at this point, but I want to hear, you probably have
my
some good
algorithm is saying Piketon, so I'm going to go with Piketon.
Where is Zane Trace located? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Kenny Kinnick. Trivia. Kenny Kinnick. That's what it's
I've
called.
been there once or twice,
Well, you probably
actually.
been running down the road across country.
Never gone that far.
I'm going with Piketon too. They're rolling right now, and I think until they run into someone.
I think when they play Paint Valley, Uniota, one of those two teams, that's where it stops. But I think I do think they win this one. Which one do you
I think they get it.
Sweep across the board. We're going with the Piketon Red Streaks.
All right.
Emily Good,
That's right.
Red Streaks.
Before we get into our last high school game, we're going to get some NCAA college off the board here. First one we got tomorrow, big noon football. Oregon heading to Ohio State. I have a good feeling where everyone's going with this one, but
Well, I'm going to give it to Mr. Rucker because I actually think he's going to be in attendance.
Bucks versus Ducks. I will be there.
Yeah.
My kids will not. But yes, I think you know who I'm picking in this one. We're going with the Buckeyes.
Give me the score. I want to know the score. If we get the score,
Actually, I'll give you this.
we get an extra point.
Whoever gets the score closest will get an extra win.
Okay, that's perfect. Oh, I like this.
I think the Buckeyes are going to come out a little bit better this week as far as they've got that road test at Minnesota. C.J. Stroud playing quarterback. I feel like he's got a little bit of experience under his belt now. He's thrown a pass in a college football game, so
Yes.
I feel like he's going to be a little bit better. They're playing at home. I think Oregon's got a legit top 10 team. I think their defensive end, though, is out, so I think that could hurt them if he's out with the ankle injury. So I'm going to go Bucks 42, Ducks 21.
42-21.
High scoring affair.
High scoring.
Good choice.
David, what do you got?
Of course, I'm going to go with Ohio State, just because my dad actually did attend Ohio State, and so that's cool. If I remember right, wasn't this the matchup when Ohio State won the national championship a few years ago?
Yes, it was.
On that note, I again go with Ohio State.
What was
What's
that
the score?
What's the score?
That score, Mr. Rucker knows it.
What was that score?
I know that they beat Alabama 42-35, and I think that the Oregon score might have been.
Very similar.
42-21.
Yeah, I think it
42-28.
was 42-21.
So
but I don't know.
let's repeat that score.
So yeah, if we repeat that score, you get an extra win.
Well,
If
you're
I-
going
I- I mean-
42-21. It's the same as Mr. Rucker. You're going boom on the nose.
I mean, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Mr. Eaton, who you got?
Buckeyes 45-28.
45-28. I'm going to go with Ohio State wins 31-10. I think the Ohio State defense shows up and blows everyone out of the water because all anyone can talk about is how the Ohio State defense struggled against Minnesota. They're back to full strength in the secondary. I think they come out and they really shut down the Oregon offense.
And my response to that is prove it, because I haven't seen it yet.
I think they can do it.
I can't disagree with you there, Mr. Eaton. I think
I
it's
have
time
to
they've
see
got to.
Next week we got Mizzou, or tomorrow we got Mizzou heading to Kentucky. Kentucky had a big win in week 1 with their new quarterback Will Levis back there, and we got a lot of Wildcat faithful that are probably watching. So,
He's the guy from Penn State, right?
yep.
Oxford.
So,
Yeah.
David, I'm going to give it to you. Who you got in this
I'll
one?
go with UK.
Kentucky.
Me?
I'll go with the Cats on this one. I think that, is it Stoops? Coach Stoops?
Yep.
Has them- I think they're up and coming. I think in the last few years they've really gotten a little bit better each year. They're known for basketball, but I feel like they're slowly making strides in the right direction as a football school as well. So we're going with UK.
This is the one where winning doesn't matter to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stand Kentucky. There's nothing about it that I like. I
I think this is a basketball beef.
I just don't like Kentucky.
That's okay.
So because of that,
Guard, but I picked them.
and I apologize to all my Greenup County friends that love Kentucky. Joe Hayden out there, your dad. You even named your dog Patino. I'm going with Mizzou just because.
Just because.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend. I'm going with Kentucky. I think their offense has just been rolling in that week 1 game. They're going to continue week 2. Kentucky big. Speaking of big wins, Marshall knocked off Navy last week.
No, they
Blew
didn't
'em
knock
out.
them off.
Blew 'em out of the water, didn't
they?
they?
Let
Blew-
them have it.
I listened to a part of that game on my way home from the River Days parade.
Yeah, I heard they might have gotten a call from the White House saying you can't disrespect our troops like that, but they're coming in to play North Carolina Central this week, and they're an FCS school, so
I mean, I'm going with Tom Valence's Marshall Thundering Herd and my Uncle Steve's Marshall Thundering Herd and my Aunt Teresa's Marshall Thundering Herd by as many as they want it to be.
We are Marshall. I'm going with the Herd.
I'll give this one to my good buddy Chanston Bryant. We're going Marshall.
I think Marshall comes away sweep. They're going to sweep with us, and they're just going to end this game early. I feel
think
like
they'll be in the top 25 before the end of the year. I do.
I think they'll get up in there. So, me and David will take our step back now. This one's up to you two. We got the Pikeville Panthers heading to Ed Miller Stadium tonight to play the Wheelersburg Pirates. Mr. Rucker, take the stage on this one.
Do we have any headgear to put on? Like
I wish we did.
We need to.
I wish we did.
I can run in my office.
We need to find the pirate head because right now would be the perfect time for either Mr. Eaton or myself to put on the pirate head because
True.
we're winning this one. It's time. I feel like we're on a roll. I feel like last week's game was just the start, and each week our kids are getting a little bit better. I like the momentum. I like how Coach Woodward and his staff, the direction that we're headed in. We got a lot to look forward to, and we're just going to keep getting better. And I think I've heard good things about Pikeville. It'll be a good challenge for us as far as some of their skill players, and I think they've got some size, but I think we're up to the task. I really feel good about our kids and coming together and staying together and getting better each week. And this is just another notch in the ladder. So, go Pirates!
Go Pirates! All right.
We want to score?
No, I don't think we can. I don't think we can do that. Not as a.
But we do need a pirate head.
We do. And next week, that's your job.
All right.
So Pikeville, 5 state championships. One of my really good high school friends, Steven Johnson, coaches there. Played basketball with him in high school. You played basketball against him. 6'5", unbelievably athletic kid growing up. Really be good to see him and part of his team as an assistant. Mm-hmm. They're loaded. They've got a ton of talent. They got really pretty colors. They're from a nice area in Kentucky. And no, Steven Johnson, I will never pick the Pikeville Panthers over the Wheelersburg Pirates. It's domination time. It is domination time.
It's time.
It's time to get in that stance and start knocking some heads. Go Burg.
Well, we're getting closer to kickoff here. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Eaton, Mr. Rucker.
On the show.
We'll be seeing how you did after we got our games.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. So
I'll be checking the world-renowned COPS for my score. But I do want to say one thing before you get off here. The band, they were really, really, really good.
Sound awesome.
Last weekend. They just keep getting better as well.
Shout out to Mrs.
For sure, yeah.
And the cheerleaders in the end zone, it's just a cool look. I like it. I know they're a little bit further away from the crowd, but I like it. But our band and cheerleaders are amazing, and there's a lot of people that go into making a wonderful atmosphere for high school sports. And other than Jared Shaw, everybody does a great job. So I'm just really, really happy with the band, the cheerleaders, the team, and not Jared Shaw.
It's nice to go to games and have that game atmosphere, isn't it? So, yeah.
So that's going to do it for our pregame show. I'm Gavin Race.
I'm Mr. Eaton.
Dave Rucker.
I'm David Brown.
We'll be right back with kickoff coming up. Pikeville Panthers, Wheelersburg Pirates.
Go Burg.
Go Burg!
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin. The life lessons that interscholastic athletics can teach kids are so much more important than wins and losses, and will stay with them long after their playing days are over. Discipline, teamwork, sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity can all be learned through school sports. The lessons that these student athletes learn through sports today will help them be prepared for the wins and losses of life tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Ladies and gentlemen, high school football fans, welcome to Ed Miller Stadium for tonight's non-conference matchup between the visiting Pikeville Panthers and your Wheelersburg Pirates. I will be your play-by-play commentator tonight, joined by David Brown. Pleasure to be here, Gavin. The Pirates, they lost the coin toss. The Panthers won. They deferred to the second half. Wheelersburg will be kicking off to them to start this game. Or actually, correction. Wheelersburg won the toss, and they will be kicking off to Pikeville to start this game. Sorry, I misspoke there. But there's a lot of worry amongst Wheelersburg that we wouldn't get a game in this week, but Pikeville stepped up to the challenge, and they're ready to come in and compete this week. Here we are. Back deep to return will be number 12, Blake Birchfield, and number 10, Zach Lockhart. Braxton Sammons will set it up to kick it away. He'll approach end over end, heading down towards the goal line. Lockhart will control, and he'll bring it out from the 3. Lockhart trying to switch the field. Brumfield misses the tackle, and Lockhart still moving down the sideline, and he'll tiptoe out around the 30. So a good return there from Zach Lockhart to start the game. And here comes the Panther offense, led by Isaac McNamee, the senior. McNamee, coach's son. Chris McNamee is their head coach. He's been around the program since he could walk, and it's his senior year, so it's his year to make a statement. He made one last week, 5 touchdowns, 328 passing yards, no interceptions. So
It's in his blood.
yeah, he's here to make a statement here against a really good Pirate defense. They'll come out in that 3-4 look. They're going to set up with 3 receivers, 1 back in Birchfield. And we got a false start. It's going to be number 62, Riley Thompson on the end, the junior. He jumped early.
First play of the game.
And the Panthers go back 5 yards. Early game jitters.
He got giddy.
You got to be ready to go in a game like this. So we'll do it again.
This time, back 5 yards.
Back 5 yards. 1st and 15. McNamee calls Lockhart in motion. And he takes snap, fakes the handoff Birchfield. Sling over the middle. Intercepted! Landon Hutchinson on the tip.
You don't see that very often on the second play of a game, Gavin.
He was going for the quick pass to number 34, Grant Scott. And it went straight through his hands.
Look at this. Just a perfect opportunity for the interception.
That ball might have been tipped by Josh Boggs as well.
Looked like it was, yeah.
So the Pirates, they're going to start from their own 29-yard line.
Coming out swinging.
Yeah, so the offense, they really came alive last week, dropping 28 unanswered points to start the game against the Russell Red Devils. Now we'll see how they start off here against the Pikeville Panthers. Lattimore in motion, takes a snap, handoff Carson Williams. He's coming off a big week, but he'll only get a couple there. Stuffed short. And he'll get maybe a yard, maybe 2. Jacoby Thornsberry on the stop. Some big guys up there on that offensive line. And here come the Pirates. They're going to come out in that I formation. Looks like they're going to bring in number 51, Xavier Stanley, in as an extra blocker. Snap taken, handoff Williams. He's trying to create space. Slips off a tackler, but he's going to go down. It was number 50, Josh Taylor, in the backfield. But number 59, Jacoby Thornsberry, again to bring him down, and it'll be 3rd and 11. Pirates switching their offensive line look once again.
We've been talking about that ground and pound look on this offense, the run weapons that we have.
A lot of size up front for the Panthers, though, so it's going to be hard for Wheelersburg to get something going. Fake the handoff, firing over the middle. Got Eric Lattimore. He brings it in, and it'll be a 1st down for the Pirates. Great ball from Stamper.
Right, we've talked about Bryson Stamper being a young quarterback. Well, in his mind, he's not young. He's ready. He's found his niche.
Great route there by Eric Lattimore as well, getting open across the middle of the field, and Stamper delivered a great ball to find him. Back in that I form, Ethan Glover. They'll pitch back Carson Williams. He will go down just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4. It's been a great drive so far by the Pirates. A little rough to start, but after that pass, they were able to get their first down. Now Williams with a couple yards on the ground. Back out. Now the Pirates are going to go only 2 back behind Stamper this time. Take the snap, hand off Ethan Glover. They love to use him out of that formation, and he's got 6.
As well.
Ethan Glover in the end zone, and the Pirates strike first with 9:33 to go in the first.
I don't know if you saw this, but right here, right when he got to the end, of course he's a power runner, but right as he got into the end zone, he hurdled a guy.
Yeah, getting in there, being physical. Take a look.
Here it is again.
Coming off that edge and made a great play, leaping into the end zone for the touchdown. Braxton Salmon's on to attempt the extra point. He's had a great year kicking these. Only missed one, and it was blocked. This one is up. No doubt about it, and the Pirates are out to a 7-point lead to start this game. That's a perfect way to start if you're the Pirates. Wheelersburg 7, Pikeville 0. We'll be right back after these messages. Back at it here at Miller Stadium. Wheelersburg striking first over the Panthers to begin this game. And if they keep their offense moving like that, it could be a long night. Salmons end over end heading down towards the goal line, and he'll pick himself up a touchback. The Panthers will start from the 20. And now we'll see how quarterback Isaac McNamee will rebound from a interception. Let's take a look at that touchdown one more time.
Slipping through guys like crazy, and then that hurdle to punch in 6.
Slipping past Logan Reed there on the goal line to get in the end zone. Senior full defense out there. 8 starters are seniors for the Wheelersburg Pirates this year on the defensive side of the ball. And it's showing with their experience. Snap taken, handoff here. Birchfield running up the middle, spinning forward to get an extra couple of yards, but Glover's there to bring him down at the end of it. He's got about 6 on that carry. Good run by Birchfield.
Yeah, you see here, just Pirates all over him. One thing we've talked about, the Pirate defense, led by their seniors.
McNamee leading his team back to the line. They're keeping that 3-receiver look a lot. Using number 34, Grant Brett as the tight end. Handoff Birchfield again, running up the middle, and he'll get a first down. Josh Clark there, or Josh Boggs in there to bring him down, along with Josh Clark.
Our defensive player of the game last week, Josh Boggs, had one heck of a game last week.
McNamee's heading over to that sideline quite a bit. Looks like they're kind of when it comes to their pace out there, not a lot of play calling kind of known right away. They're having to go sideline, get the play call, and come out. They're not working with a lot of paces. Play clock will move under 10 seconds here, so they got to move quick. 5 seconds on the play clock. McNamee in the shotgun. They get it off just before it hits 0. Handoff Birchfield. He's patient in the backfield. Birchfield running forward.
Did he get it?
It's close. He's tackled by his ankles by Eli Swords. And the chains will move. Birchfield, first drive that he's been getting the ball, and he's been making some noise out there. This is another first down for him. Blake Birchfield having himself a good start.
Well, we were talking about the Pirate defense. The Red Devils rush game last week was only held to 79 yards.
It was only 5 yards in the first half. Lockhart will take on the jet sweep. Brumfield trying to chase him down. Eric Lattimore, a great tackle out there on the corner.
Eric Lattimore, a junior.
Blake Birchfield coming in. He had a pretty good game week 1 from what I saw whenever they took on Paintsville.
Right, for your 26 rush attempts, he had 214 yards.
Yeah, 214 yards, 3 scores. I mean, he's something Wheelersburg's got to watch out for. Snap taken. Fake screen pass there. Birchfield staying on his feet. Blake Birchfield is making a big play. Dorr trying to track him down, and he will knock him down, but inside the 15. Blake Birchfield is having himself a drive here. He's gained just about every yard for the Pikeville Panthers.
And that's where that 214 yards comes in. That's reflectory of his ability.
Yeah, I mean, even when you look like last week, even last week back when McNamee had his big game of 280 yards, 5 touchdowns, Birchfield only on 12 carries, still at 193 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. He has 5 touchdowns on the ground through 2 games. He's the guy we got to watch out for. Handoff up the middle. It's the power back, number 35, Brendan Anthony, the freshman.
A freshman getting into the game this early. Wow.
Yeah, when it comes number-wise, Pikeville is looking for production from all 4 classes. Wheelersburg, you don't see many freshmen get in the game. But Pikeville will be driving down the field like this, using just about anyone they can, and flags all over the place. False start against the Pikeville Panthers, so they'll back it up 5 yards.
That's the second false start of the game. All on the Panthers. They just came down too giddy.
Yeah.
Or should I say they came up too giddy. They're down in Kentucky, about 2 hours away.
Came from down south. And like I said, this game wasn't originally scheduled. Originally, this was supposed to be Wheelersburg taking on Ashland. So
2 non-conference, non-state games. 1 not happening. 1 was a pickup game. Glad we're able to be here at Ed Miller Stadium, though.
Absolutely. McNamee in the shotgun. He takes snap, handoff Blake Birchfield, and that's how the Pirate defense rolls. It's Drew Holsinger, and Josh Boggs in there to bring him down. But a flag came in from the back judge. We'll see what we got here. And it's a face mask. That's going to be against Drew Holsinger. Let's take a look. Birchfield up the middle. They got Holsinger for a face mask, and yeah, he got that face mask, so they'll move all the way down inside the 5, 4.5 yard line.
Wow.
That's a rough penalty.
That is a rough penalty. Now they've got to pin him deep.
They're going to send Anthony off the field. They'll bring Lockhart back in, and they'll go 3 wide. Lockhart, Lau, and number 5, Wilkerson. They hand off. Birchfield, he'll finish the drive that he started. Touchdown, Pikeville.
How many scores did you say Blake Birchfield had last week?
That is his 6th touchdown on the season. He had 2 last week, 3 week 1, and he'll add another this week. He is one heck of a player. He just made the Pirate defense struggle on that drive.
You know, we said last week he had well over 200 and some yards. That's almost that the Pirates held Ironton to.
Jacob Rogers on to attempt the kick. Down, up, and it is good. So we will be tied at 7 with 5:03 left here in the first quarter. Blake Birchfield off to a strong start. We'll be right back here on Burg Sports Network. Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. 5:03 left here in the first quarter. And Blake Birchfield carrying his boys on his back on that drive with some great running, and he gets a 6th score of the season.
He had almost every yard that the Panthers got that drive.
Yeah, almost. I mean, he almost had 60 rushing yards by himself there. Short kick. Clark will wave it down. He'll take the fair catch. So the Pirate drive will start from the 29-yard line. Last time they got to start from their own 29-yard line, so now they'll start back in Panther territory.
Might as well flip the field. Just
so they have to go. So they'll have to go 61 yards to get a score. Well, actually, to get at least to get in a field goal range, they're going to have to get down to the 30. Stamper alone in the backfield. Handoff to Casey Dorr. Running that jet sweep, and he'll get about 3. Pirates, they haven't run that jet sweep as often with this new style run game that they've introduced this year. Eli Swords will return to the field now, and we'll expect him to be in the backfield there with Stamper on this play. Casey Dorr in motion, and they fake it to him. Stamper looking over the middle of the field. Clark in and out of his hands, incomplete. Broken up by Zach Lockhart. Great ball here from Stamper. Little bit underthrown, but Clark wasn't able to haul it in. Great defense from Zach Lockhart to knock it away. And that'll bring up 3rd down for Wheelersburg. They're 6 yards away. They got to be able to get this.
So now, Gavin, you think they run it?
I don't know. They got Carson Williams in there. The run game has kind of struggled this far. Now they go out. Eric Lattimore slipping one tackler. He's going to head east and west, but he needs to get north and south, and he will after this. Great downfield blocking from Jordan Blackburn. And it's a 1st down.
I did see a flag, though.
And this one might be coming back. And it looks like it will. And we have a block in the back against the Pirates. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6. No, it's from the spot of the foul, so that's going to back them way up. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, great play there by Eric Lattimore, but it's going to be taken away from the block in the back. So the Pirates are going to need 11 now. Looks like Pikeville's going to go a little more athletic up front to try and get to Stamper on this play. Snap taken. Stamper rolling out right. He fires. Caught by Josh Clark, but he's going to be a yard short. Great catch there. Great throw by Stamper, putting it where he needs to, and a great catch by Josh Clark. Nice ball there out, and Clark comes down with it 4th and 1. Let's see if the punt team will stay on the sideline in this short yard situation. And Pikeville will bring the side. Nope, punt team on the field. Play clock heading down near 10. Looks like they brought the ball out that Sammons was going to kick with, but he's going to have to kick without it. And it's a trick play! Jake Darling trying to get it, and he's stuffed short. The direct snap to Eli Swords.
We've seen a trick play on a punt before. I believe that was second game of the season with Chillicothe.
Yeah, and look here. I mean, they tried to go to Darling, but it was number 24, Aaron Sloan, in the backfield to bring him down. So Pikeville will take over in great field position and have a chance to go up on the Pirates now. Offense just came out stagnant there, and they weren't able to create just about anything.
Yeah, the Pirates saw that sort of empty space there on the near side, and maybe they thought they could get something from it.
McNamee back out. In the shotgun, Birchfield to his left. Expect the handoff to him with how he's been running the football. No, drop back. McNamee looking. Here comes Jake Darling off the edge. Slings it over to Birchfield, and he catches it. Birchfield staying on his feet. Wrapped up. Carson Williams will bring him down. And he'll get a gain of about 5. Great throw there from Isaac McNamee. Rolling out to his right, slinging it back across his body to the left. Jake Darling came off the edge there. Birchfield again, this time working through the pass game to get the ball. Seems like Pikeville's getting a little more comfortable throwing that football after that first interception. Snap taken, McNamee. Handoff, Birchfield in the backfield. Ethan Glover wrapping up. And no, Jake Darling wrapping up and bringing him down. Great play there, Jake Darling.
Pirates just saw where it was going, and then, boom, break through the line, get the ball, pin them.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 now from the 37. They are out of field goal range. I know that for sure. So they will be setting up, trying to get 9 yards on this play. They got to get that first down, or this might be 4-down territory for them.
It could be.
McNamee in the shotgun. Expect a pass, and they will. Josh Boggs unblocked, try and get him. McNamee, throw! And it's caught. That was close, and
That was very close.
it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's see here.
Let's take a look. McNamee slings it, and ooh, looks like Birchfield might have got his hand under it, and
He did.
they'll be measuring here. So they will be measuring to see if Pikeville got enough for the first down. I got to expect, even if they didn't, they will go for this. Chain crew on the way out. They'll stretch it out to full length, set it down. And he's short.
Interesting.
So the Panthers are going to need about a foot to get this first down.
Will they go for it, is my question.
Absolutely. They are absolutely going for this. Just the question is what their play call is. McNamee might be the guy to go to. 6'4", 205 pounds.
But at the same time, you have to realize Blake Birchfield has been consistent.
He has,
He's
but
been
here's
very consistent.
but
But he's also been pinned deep.
I just wonder if they'll put McNamee up under center here and try and get it across. No, they'll stay in the shotgun. They don't need much. Wheelersburg's going to bring the heat, try and get him in the backfield. Birchfield reaches forward and he gets it. And then they'll bring up first down for the Pikeville Panthers. Nice run there, Birchfield, making sure he got across. Wheelersburg was trying to bring it,
All
but
he had
not
to do
enough.
was get a foot.
Yeah,
That's
big
all he wanted.
size up there. Looked like number 75, Peyton Sayers. He was holding off a couple Pirates by himself. I heard a lot of praise from Coach McNamee whenever I was talking to him about the Sayers twins, Mason and Peyton Sayers, number 73 and 75. He said they've kind of taken ownership of that offensive line as juniors, and they've shown us tonight they've been blocking well for Birchfield. Screen pass out right, and it's caught by
Big hit.
Yeah, Lockhart. He's going to get a good eight yards on that.
Brock Brumfield on that tackle. Big hit.
Swinging it out to the right. Brock Brumfield, good pursuit out there. Wraps him up and brings him down. And with the pace that Pikeville's been working at, as expected, that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your score, 7 Wheelersburg, Pikeville 7. So we'll be right back after these messages with the second quarter.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, Every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back. After that first quarter, some notable stats. You got Ethan Glover, 14 yards. He only had that one carry, but he got the touchdown off of it. 22 yards passing by Bryson Stamper, finding the likes of Josh Clark and Eric Lattimore. Blake Birchfield, 74 rushing yards so far, 13 yards through the air, and he's got himself a touchdown. And Landon Hutchinson had the interception on the first play of the game. McNamee dropping back, rolling out right. Josh Boggs chasing him down. Chuck and duck.
Thrown out of bounds.
And it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2. They've been here before, remember?
Yes, but they've been very consistent about getting 3 or 4 yards every play when they give that ball to Birchfield. He's been a tough stop for Wheelersburg Pirates, and there will be flags on the play, and they might get McNamee for intentional grounding. And it will be intentional grounding against the Pikeville Panthers. So it'll be a loss of down. Yeah, that was a late flag, I got to say.
That was a little weird.
Absolutely. So it will be at the point of release, I'm pretty sure, whenever he threw it away. With the loss of down and loss of yardage, it's kind of like it was a incomplete. It was kind of like it was a sack anyway. Pikeville is not happy with the call, I will say that. So.
Oh, yes. You can
I will say I know
hear the frustration.
I'm pretty sure that's just a high school rule, because I'm pretty sure Saturdays and Sundays, once the quarterback's out outside the tackle box, it is not intentional grounding. So 3rd and forever, 3rd and 18 for the Pikeville Panthers. They're going to go 4 receivers. Expect McNamee to sling this one. He's looking at the screen, and he'll go to it. Zach Lockhart. Williams trying to track him down. Can't get him. Josh Clark goes low, trips him up, and brings him down.
But that will bring up your 1st down.
It'll be 4th down for the Pikeville Panthers. 4th and about 8 yards. Offense stays on the field. This is 4-down territory. Check this out. Josh Clark coming on the edge, going low and bringing Lockhart down. Wheelersburg needing this stop here, trying to keep the Panthers at bay, keep them from going up on them. 8 yards is what they need to hold him to. McNamee, expect to throw here. This is definitely a passing down.
For sure, yeah.
McNamee. And they were trying to steal some yards, and the Pirates don't jump. Timeout, Pikeville. So if you're Pikeville here, if you're Coach McNamee, what's your call here?
Well, we just saw a Russell move as they tried to gain some yards. If I wasn't mistaken, I think they're looking for a play. They're looking for a different play that may throw the Pirates off. So
I noticed they came to the line of scrimmage a lot quicker than they usually do, and
Right.
Wheelersburg recognized that too. And it looked McNamee had a good hard count there. He was trying to draw the Pirates offside, gain
Right.
some more yardage to set up maybe a run play for Birchfield, but they weren't able to get it, so it'll be 4th and 8 from the 24-yard line. This isn't field goal range for them. I know that. It'd be a 34-yard attempt, which is pretty far out for their kicker.
Right.
If this is Wheelersburg, this is an obvious kicking situation. However, I don't see them attempting a field goal. I think they're going to go for it. This is 4-down territory. Yeah, this is absolutely 4-down territory. It'll actually be at the 25-yard line, so 4th and 8. They need to get down to the 18 to get that 1st down. Maybe the 17. Yeah, 17. So McNamee, expect him to sling it here. They're going to bring on number 35, the freshman, in the block. Sling out to Birchfield. They need to bring him down. Birchfield diving. It's going to be close. It's very close. They'll place the ball. No signal yet. And we'll measure again.
Again, the second
No,
time.
first down.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah, he makes it. Great effort here from Birchfield at the end of the play to make sure he got those extra yards.
Sliding through like a Hickey's cheeseburger.
So Wheelersburg trying to stop the Panther offense. They've been absolutely rolling after that first drive. They had the interception on the first drive, and ever since then, they've just been marching down the field on Wheelersburg for back-to-back drives. McNamee takes a snap, handoff up the middle. It's number 35, Anthony. He'll gain a couple. Brendan Anthony, the freshman. Landon Hutchinson getting in there to bring him down. Brock Brumfield finishing the play.
I'll give it to the Pirates. They know how to finish a play.
They do, but it's been coming too late, honestly, on these last two drives. Pikeville's been really driving on them. The defense is starting to let up a little bit, and it's starting to hurt. Handoff to Anthony again, but he's going nowhere. So it'll be 3rd and about 5, maybe 3rd and 4 from the 11.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Pikeville. Ball spot the Pirates.
So they need 4. McNamee, he's going to 3rd and 4. Do you think this is a pass or a run? With the way Birchfield's been carrying the ball, it might be a run.
It might be a run. I said that last time, and I think I'm going to stick to it.
McNamee in the shotgun, Birchfield to his left. And they will give it to him, but Jake Darling making a good read, and he brings him down at the 15.
Yes, sir. Jake Darling brings up 4th down, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and they'll bring on the kicking unit.
Interesting. We haven't seen their kicking unit yet.
Yeah, it'll be number 17, Jacob Rogers, the sophomore, on to attempt this kick. Zach Lockhart will be his holder. And it will be Grant Scott to snap this ball. So he will set up from the 21-yard line. This is a 31-yard kick. Hold, kick, up, and no good. It's wide left. Jacob Rogers tried to get it up and in, but he wasn't able to. And Wheelersburg will take over from the 21-yard line. So, the Pirate offense back on the field. Bryson Stamper trying to get something going for this Wheelersburg offense.
Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, they've been stagnant the last couple times they've been out there. The run game hasn't been there as much as it has the last 2 weeks. Handoff, Eli Swords falling forward, and he'll gain a couple.
That's his thing, falling forward every play.
You got to gain as many yards as you can, trying to keep moving down the field. Making sure you're not giving up on the play.
And giving up on yards that you could have had.
Absolutely.
Something the Pirates have been very good at this season.
Snap, handoff up the middle. Eli Swords again. And he's going to get close to the first down. He'll be about a yard short. Oh, it will be a first down. It seemed like they were going to a 3rd down situation, but it'll be a first. So 1st and 10, Eli Swords, he's really in a groove this week. Snap taken, looking, Stamper, he's looking over the middle, he's lobbing it up.
Big
Josh Clark,
pass.
oh! It's not there, Clark can't bring it in. Kind of looked like he made that double cutback move, he's trying to get underneath it. High looping pass, and it kind of looked like it was something to be a jump ball for Clark. Take a look. High looper from Stamper on this one.
Big pass from Stamper.
Yeah, it looks like
Just
Clark
a little far to the right.
A little to the right. Maybe Clark Maybe they threw that ball up, telling Clark to make a read on it, and kind of looks like he misread where that football was going. Handoff Eli Swords again, and they'll bring him down, and it'll be like a 3rd and 7, so Barrett Cottle on the stop. Eli Swords will come off. Carson Williams, the 3rd down back, is back on the field. They're going to bring Creed Warren in here as a second slot. He'll line up beside Lattimore in that on inside of Casey Dorr. Stamper takes a snap looking. He fires over the middle of the field. Jump ball. Zach Lockhart comes down with it.
Ooh.
It's intercepted. And Pikeville will take over from the 44-yard line. That ball was late. I mean, I saw Eric Lattimore. He was open on that right side, but it was late getting there, and Lockhart was able to come across and pick it off. So the Panthers will take over. McNamee back out, and they're going to go 4 wide. Zach Lockhart, great job on the defensive side of the ball to turn it over. McNamee, handoff, Blake Birchfield up the middle. Bouncing off tackler, staying on his feet, but he's brought down by Carson Williams after a 5-yard carry. Clock continues to roll here as we head towards 6 minutes. The Panthers have really worked with clock management here, just keeping the clock rolling thus far.
That's all you got to do. Once you have control of the score, you have control of the play.
McNamee handoffs to Birchfield, hit in the backfield by Jake Darling, and he brings him down. Clock rolls under 6 now. Check this out. Jake Darling and Ethan Glover not letting Birchfield go anywhere on that carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6. McNamee's had a lot of success throwing the ball here late against Wheelersburg, so you got to be aware of that pass. Wheelersburg, they're actually going to bring on an extra corner in Creed Warren. Landon Hutchinson, the normal outside linebacker, not there. Snap, rolling out right, throwing, caught by Lockhart. And it'll be a 1st down for Pikeville. Zach Lockhart has been one heck of a receiver this game. He's been a great target all year.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
For McNamee. But he's not been, and the Pirates haven't been able to stop him. Last week, Lockhart, 3 touchdown receptions, only on 9 catches, 183 yards. He had a big week. McNamee linked up with him quite a bit. 1st down run here. They give to Birchfield, pushing forward, and he'll only gain about 4. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6. You see, they're really patient back there in the backfield, trying to sell that RPO look on the handoff.
Gotta have those
run pass option look.
Options. If you sell something, you gotta make it look good.
Absolutely. Pikeville back out. McNamee in the shotgun. He's not gone under center once this game. They're sticking to that philosophy of the shotgun. Handoff Birchfield to the right side. Left side, staying on his feet, and he'll get the 1st down. He has been a handful for Wheelersburg thus far. And Wheelersburg just hasn't been able to do anything. So, no, it'll be 3rd down. He was marked short. It looked like he may have got up there, but he wasn't able to. Back to the line. McNamee, shotgun, takes the snap. Hand off to Birchfield. And he'll get the yards he needs. First down, Wheelersburg. Or first down, Pikeville. So they continue to just pound the ball forward.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball spot at the Pirates, 31-yard line.
McNamee and Birchfield have done a really good job picking this team apart. Back to the line. They've been sending number 4, Braden Hall, the freshman, and number 11, Zach Lockhart out wide, and they were looking for number 4, Braden Hall, on that pass, and they weren't able to get it to him. Like I was saying, they've been sending number 11, Braden Lau, number 4, Braden Hall out wide every single play, trying to create space.
Hoping maybe they can draw some sort of pass out way outside or maybe even deep.
Yeah, on that one, they would look to maybe test the corners there. A quick score update from Ironton. Archbishop Moeller leads over them 14-0 in the second quarter thus far. Moeller has been rolling thus far.
14-0 already. Wow.
Screen pass out. Zach Lockhart trying to make something of it. Josh Boggs, nice job getting out there from the D-line to bring him down. Clock management has been amazing from Pikeville so far this game, controlling the football when they've had it, and they've ran majority of this second quarter clock off, just holding the football away from the Pirate offense. Third and long. Wheelersburg's had a tough time stopping Pikeville on these plays. McNamee, shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. And it's a draw play, handoff Birchfield. A ton of space staying on his feet. The Pirates can't bring him down. And they knock him out of bounds eventually, Brock Brumfield. And it's a first down for the Panthers at the 11-yard line.
Looked like it was down a while ago. Kind of threw the Pirates off their game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Wheelersburg, they just can't stop this Panthers offense marching down the field on them, taking a ton of time off the clock as well.
It's all about that clock management. We've talked about it.
I mean,
know other people have.
They've just settled in after that first drive. They threw the quick interception. Wheelersburg capitalized, but Wheelersburg hasn't been able to respond thus far. McNamee, shotgun. Birchfield to the left. Snap, taken. Birchfield in the backfield, taken down. Josh Boggs bringing him down. And it'll be a loss of 5. Great job, Josh Boggs, slipping off his blocker. It was number 62, Riley Thompson, who was assigned that job, and it's not an easy one.
Definitely not.
Josh Boggs bringing him down in the backfield to bring up 2nd and 15 now. Almost if Pikeville picked up another penalty. Back in action, McNamee in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers to choose from, and he'll roll out to the right. Fire over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Panthers. And they will take the lead here with 1:49 to go. McNamee firing over the middle, finding Lockhart in the end zone. What a target he's been all game. And the Pirate defense has been given problems thus far.
Yeah.
It's just been a struggle. They've not been able to stop these Panthers. Number 17, Jacob Rogers, will come on to attempt the extra point. He missed the field goal earlier from 31. Much closer on an extra point, 20 yards. Tough break for the Pirates. A lot of time off the clock with that drive as well. Snap, hold, he hesitated, and he still made it.
There it goes.
So it'll be 14-7, 1:49 left here in the second quarter. We'll be right back as Pikeville rolls.
I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. Pikeville Panthers, huge drive down the field, marched on the Wheelersburg Pirates after the interception. And Wheelersburg just couldn't stop them. So Jacob Rogers will come on. It's just a little pooch kick last time he came out there. And he'll do it again. High looping kick. Eric Lattimore will bring it in. Lattimore trying to get shifty with it, but he's brought down at the 30-yard line.
Tripped up, looked like he grabbed his ankles.
Yep, so Wheelersburg will take possession with 1:45 to go here in the second. It's 1:45, but this is 2-minute drill territory. This is a drive that you have scripted going into a game. And you need points if you're Wheelersburg. You got to at least get in the field goal range to give Braxton Salmons a chance.
I'm going to say they kind of ground and pound here a little bit.
Handoff Carson Williams. Running into the pile, and he's not going anywhere. Offense has stagnated for Wheelersburg as they have been befuddled by this Panthers defensive mob.
Yeah, they can't get anywhere.
2nd and 9. Clock continues to roll.
Now's when you start to pull out the trick plays and the unknown running backs and the.
I'm expecting a pass play here as Wheelersburg. They need to get something going. Stamper takes the snap, and they hand off again to Eli Swords. He's going nowhere, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Looks like he did get a few on that play.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 6, but clock will move under 50 seconds now. Clock will move under a minute now. I'm wondering, are Wheelersburg trying to run out the clock here?
I don't think so.
Well, it looks like it. I mean, they're just letting the clock run. Yeah, and they're standing there. It looks like they're just trying to get to halftime.
Well, you got to remember, when they get to halftime, they first get the
yeah, of course they get the ball.
Motivational speech from Coach Woodward in the locker room, and they get the ball back. So
I'd figure they try and go for something here, hoping maybe one of these runs breaks big, but it'll be 4th down now. And it looks like that'll be the last play of the first half. And it will be. So, heading into the locker room, it's going to be Pikeville 14, Wheelersburg 7. They are rolling against these Pirates. We'll be right back with halftime stats, and the band will be performing as well, so we'll have some score updates. We'll be right back here on Burg Sports Network.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard.
I'll have better attendance. I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to throw on my uniform after school.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Under the direction of Miss Mallory State, Assistant Director Alice Maggart and tie vendor, Color Guard Instructor Kelly Ross. Please welcome your 2021 Wheelersburg Pirates Marching Band! Our seniors are David Bowling and Hannah Hart. Leading them onto the field in the feature tour of Miss Haven Davis. Tonight's performance will feature classic music from the movies and television. To open our show, the band will use the force to play the theme song from the popular movie series, Star Wars. to know ghosts. Please enjoy Ghostbusters. Please enjoy popular ballad, Shout. Featuring a student choreographed dance and a very on-time jump line. Here is Hawaii 5-0. Hey, Griffin.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard. I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to throw on my uniform after school.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. Pikeville leads over Wheelersburg 14-7 as we roll through halftime here. Real quick, let's get some scores throughout the area, then we'll get back to our game. Jackson currently trails to Western Brown 21-14 at halftime. Northwest and Oak Hill sit at 7-7 at halftime. Colgrove leaves South Point 21-0. Valley over Eastern 21-0. Portsmouth over Rock Hill 28-0. Wellston trails West 28-0, and Archbishop Moeller leads over the Ironton Tigers 14-0 at halftime. So, no surprises really there besides the Western Brown game. Western Brown really giving it to Jackson as they trail by 7 points. So, thus far, pretty good performance there by Western Brown. David, you got some halftime stats for us.
I do indeed, Gavin. For Burg in that first half, Ethan Glover had 14-yard carry at the very beginning for a touchdown, and Eli Swords had 18 yards for 5 carries. Bryson Stamper is 2 for 5 on passing, 23 yards and 1 interception, and Landon Hutchinson has 1 interception that he got right at the beginning of the game, leading to the Pirates' touchdown. For Pikeville, man, I just really got to give it to Birchfield. He's really doing well. He's had 15 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown already in the first half. Number 10, Lockhart has 42 yards and 5 catches. And he has 1 interception that he missed. That was right at the beginning. And he's also scored a touchdown.
Yeah, all we could hear coming into a game like this was how number 8, Isaac McNamee, he was the real deal at quarterback, and Wheelersburg's really got to be worried for him. And Wheelersburg has come out in that pass-style defense, only 3 guys up front, and they've had 2 to 3 corners on the field trying to stifle the pass game, and they've kept it under wraps, sort of. But
they've gone. Their quarterback has gone 7 for 9 passing for 55 yards, and right at the beginning he threw that interception, leading to Hutchinson's interception. that.
Yeah,
to,
they've tried to keep it. They've tried to keep it under wraps, but they've struggled to thus far. And honestly, Wheelersburg, they got to make some defensive adjustments because the way Pikeville just dominated that second quarter.
Right.
Wheelersburg, they got to be able to come out and make adjustments. Otherwise, this game's going to get away from them fast.
Right. It's all about adjustments. The way you go into this first half is completely different the way you go into the second half.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some highlights here from the first half. Here's that first interception. Josh Boggs up the line, Ethan Glover tipping the ball, and Wheelersburg came away with the interception to start the game. Getting in there, they tipped the pass, and it was picked off. Landon Hutchinson getting in. The sole sophomore on the defensive side of the ball. And here's that run by Ethan Glover, taking advantage of the good field position to get in, and Wheelersburg struck first. Getting around that edge, finding the end zone, and he broke the stalemate only 3 minutes into the contest. But later, after marching down the field, Pikeville punched it in with Blake Birchfield, and that's been the story of the Panther offense. They've just marched, not letting Wheelersburg get comfortable at all. And here is that interception thrown, taken away by Zach Lockhart. Eric Lattimore couldn't come down with it, and they forced a turnover. Stamper tried to deliver the ball in there. Lockhart leaping up in front of Lattimore, taking it away. And they would capitalize off that field position with a great ball, finding Zach Lockhart in the end zone after a long drive where they held the ball for over 8 minutes. And that brings us to where we are now, 14-7. As we tick to the end of halftime here. It's just something that you got to be ready if you're Wheelersburg. You get the ball to start the
100%.
half. You need points on the first drive just to make a statement because they have struggled thus far on the offensive side of the ball.
Right, like you said, the statement. They made a statement at the very beginning, and Pikeville's defense just really stuffing out that run game.
Yeah, their run defense has been incredible. Wheelersburg's had so many running backs thus far, making so many big plays in previous games, but it's just not been there this game. And they got to open up the run game if they're going to want to be able to create anything here. And it's something where Wheelersburg just can't out-athlete. Like they play teams.
They got to outthink them.
Yeah, they got to outplay them. They got to it's got to be everything that they bring to these Panthers and try and get away from them. And they've not been able to thus far. So Pikeville will be the ones to kick it off here to start the third quarter.
Let's see how this goes.
Absolutely, and it's something with Wheelersburg. You'll probably actually it's a defer, so we're actually going to take a break here as we got 2 minutes until kickoff. We'll be right back here at the start of the second half.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. So Wheelersburg deferred to the second half, so they'll return it heading right to left on your screen. It'll be Creed Warren and Aaron Lattimore back deep, and they've kicked the ball short thus far. It seems like their kicker, Jacob Rogers, hasn't been able to get the ball downfield, and Eric Lattimore hasn't really been able to get to space whenever he's returning this football.
Right, that's one thing the Pirates have lacked.
Expect an onside kick. I will say that.
Through really this whole game, they've really lacked the space to get open.
Yeah, you got to expect an onside kick here because they could try and shock the Pirates. Jacob Rogers will be the one to pooch this away. As he awaits the signal from the officials as we head down Clock will hit 0, so this will be the official start of the second half. Like I said, Rogers to kick it off. Lattimore and Warren deep as the Pirates try and get their fans into it. Rogers approaches, and it will be another pooch. This one takes a bounce. Warren will be the one to bring it in. He's trying to create space. He's not going anywhere. Brought down just on the other side of the 30-yard line. So this is a statement drive. Like I said, how is Wheelersburg going to come out of the locker room against a defense that seems to have them figured out?
Yeah, for sure. It seems like every run we've had, they've stopped short or almost stuffed.
Bryson Stamper leads his team back out on the field, the sophomore QB.
Sophomore.
Paintsville keeping that size up front, making sure Wheelersburg can't get much of anything. Lattimore in motion. Watch for the screen pass. And it's a handoff. Carson Williams, and much of the same, going nowhere. And there are penalty flags on the play. Came in from the line judge on that one. And it'll be a face mask against the Panthers.
Second face mask of the game, one for each team.
Now let's take a look. Carson Williams running the football, and it looks like, yeah, they got his face mask as he went down. So it'll be a first down for Wheelersburg. Ball will be spotted at the 46-yard line. Maybe that's the break the Pirates have needed. Getting yardage through a play like that, and look at the Panthers. They're going to stack the box. And it's a smart play as Carson Williams, now he has a chance to bounce it outside.
He's got room.
But he can't. And he's brought down at the 42-yard line. This Panthers defense is suffocating right now.
You know, suffocating is the word you use. There's no better word to describe it. There's no breathing room down there for the Pirates.
It seems like the Pirates have just almost become predictable right here as they've not been able to get anything going when the run game. It seems Pikeville knows what the play is. It seems like every time. Casey Dorr in motion, and they're going to not give it to him. It's Eli Jones in the game at quarterback, and he carries it up the middle for a nice gain. Mid-drive QB switch, and it's the first real yards Wheelersburg's had in a long time. Maybe this is what Wheelersburg needed.
Eli Jones, a junior.
He went out with injury earlier in the season, and this might be the infusion they need. Keeping him out there by himself in that backfield. Casey Dorr in motion again. They give. Casey Dorr trying to find yards, and he's stuffed, going nowhere. And they'll send the punt team on.
Will we see another fake punt?
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so either.
You had your chance earlier. But, I mean, good gain there by Eli Jones to set them up in a good place to punt this ball away. And Sammons is going to try and pin him deep. He's at least wanting to put a football up there that's not returnable. You got to make sure that they don't let them get in there to block it. Snap taken. Pressure drops off. Sammons getting all the time in the world to punt it.
Deep punt.
Deep punt heading down towards the end zone. Oh, it's going to take a beautiful roll to the 1-yard line.
Beautiful.
Braxton Sammons. And that's something that Pikeville just can't do. They just gave him all the time in the world. Look at this. Takes the snap, and he just looked around like waiting for the pressure to come.
He wanted it.
You know you got a guy who can work under composure right there. And it rolls down by Josh Clark and Eric Lattimore.
Right at the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line.
Beautiful.
And if you're the Pirates, you got to capitalize when your punter gives you something like that.
Throw him back for a safety.
Birchfield has been unstoppable thus far. You got to think they're going to go to him. Wheelersburg, they got to come through big here. And they're only going to have 3 guys up front again here even this far in. Snap, McNamee dropping back, deep ball down the field. Incomplete, overthrown, looking for Zach Lockhart. Isaac McNamee, look at this ball. Fakes it to Birchfield, firing deep downfield. Josh Clark was there. I mean, if that ball was perfect, it could have been caught, but it was overthrown. Which, if you're McNamee, that's where you want to miss. It's either overthrown or your guy comes down with it. You don't want to give Clark even a chance. 2nd and 10 from the 1. And they're going to bring on number 35, Brendan Anthony. He's been the power guy. They give Birchfield. It's close. And he just gets out of the end zone. So they'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 1. And now, even if you don't get the safety, you got to think with Wheelersburg, if they can keep them right here on this 1-yard line, it is a very, very difficult place to punt if you're any punter. Doesn't matter who you are. They've not been shy here to do some brave play calling. 8:45 left here in the 3rd. McNamee in the shotgun. You got to be aware of Lockhart. He's up there at the top right of your screen. Handoff. Birchfield.
Going nowhere.
Going nowhere. Brought down inside the 5. At the 4. So it'll be 4th and 6.
You've got to think they don't go for it.
No, this is not a place that you go for it.
This is not a place you go for it.
I feel like this is an obvious punting situation.
Exactly.
And they send Dorr deep, but they're going to call him back up. Unless we see a quick kick, it looks like they're going for it.
My goodness.
Oh, it's going to be a quick kick. Look at the formation. They're quick kicking this.
Back.
Absolutely. McNamee. And there are whistles all over the place. Looks like we might have a timeout, and it will be. Timeout Wheelersburg.
Good call there. Got it just in time.
Yeah, and just looking at that formation, it was an obvious quick kick. So they were trying to. They didn't switch the punt. Yeah, they didn't switch the punt team on. They wanted to catch Wheelersburg off guard and try and play that field position game, but. Because you saw last week, every time that the Russell Red Devils punted, Wheelersburg brought the heat.
Exactly.
So you got to.
In contrast to what the Panthers just did.
In this position, their punter, he would have his heels on the goal line if he tried to punt this away. I don't know who their punter is. It might still be Jacob Rogers. It might be McNamee. I'm not sure. But the element of surprise is gone now.
4th and 7.
So it'll be 4th and 7.
Can they capitalize?
And now it looks like the punt team's on the field. Yeah, the punt team is definitely on the field. And they're going to they are going to protect this man with everything they got as they send Casey Dorr back deep. It is number 14, Blake Caudle, the freshman, to punt it away. And the Pirates will bring the heat.
The Pirates are going to go all out on this.
Snap. Caudle, flag. Someone jumped. And it's a false start against Pikeville. And they'll have to do it again. Caudle. This is just dangerous. Caudle has his
awful.
He's got his heels on the goal line. I mean, no punter ever wants to be here.
He backs up any farther. If it goes up, it's going to hit the goalpost.
And you got to have a good snap here. You can't snap it over his head or it's a safety. Snap. Caudle, he gets rid of it. Line drive, punt. And Casey Dorr brings it in. He's got space to return. Casey Dorr going left, staying on his feet. Casey Dorr wrapped up, brought down at the 25-yard line. And this is awesome field position for the Wheelersburg Pirates.
This reminds me of the beginning of the game, Gavin. This may be the time to tie it up.
Absolutely. The field possession game is what Wheelersburg wants to play.
It looks like, Pikeville got worn out after that first half.
Possibly, but Wheelersburg They were doing anything and everything they can, and they did a great job to pin him deep and hold him down there and not let them escape. In the shotgun, Stamper takes a snap, fake it to Warren. He goes Eli Swords, and just going nowhere. I hate to be that guy, but the run game isn't there.
Right, yeah. We really just need
scramble sub as Eli Jones is back in the game, and we might be seeing
go a little deeper.
Yeah, we might be seeing a 2 QB system for the rest of the way here.
We go back and forth. That really keeps them on their toes. Like I said, you got to throw out that wild card. This may be their wild card.
Lattimore in motion. Eli Jones. He keeps Eli Jones diving past the 20-yard line, and it'll bring up third down and 5. They'll make a couple switches here. Coley step checks in the game for Gabe Welch, and now they bring Stamper back on the field.
Switching it back up.
They're taking it on a play-by-play basis, it seems now, with their quarterback. I formation. They need 6 yards, a long 5. Pitch fumble! Recovered by the Panthers. And they take over at the 20-yard line.
Ooh.
That is heartbreaking for Wheelersburg. They got a gift of field position, pitch back, and Williams couldn't hold on. It looked like he was looking where he wanted to go before he caught the ball.
Something very dangerous with that.
And now the Pirate defense is going to have to come out and make a stop as all the momentum rests with the Panthers. .6:16 to go. That is Williams' first fumble on the year. Second. Snap, handoff Birchfield. He's been a tough stop. Ball loose!
Well,
let's see. Is it down or who has it? No signal. And it's marked down.
Oh.
Let's take a look. Handoff, Birchfield went up the middle. And I can't tell from that angle.
Can't tell. Moving too quick for the camera to capture.
Yeah, if we could get that top angle. I mean, it seemed like it was close. Let's take a look.
Angle.
Here. Birchfield. Oh, it's close.
It hit the ground as soon as he did, if anything.
It's close. It's bang, bang. Fake it. McNamee slings it. Caught. The tight end, Grant Scott, brings it in. And it's a first down for the Panthers. Heartbreaking. And the Panthers continue to move forward. McNamee with a great ball there. Let's take a look there. Slowing it down. Oh, it's close. That ball was jarred loose on the hit. But it's just a question of whether or not his knee was down. It's so close.
I think I saw his knee down.
I think it's too close.
There were a lot of knees going down at that point. I did see, I followed the outline of his body, and I did see his knee hit the ground.
McNamee shotgun. Draw play to Birchfield, and the Pirates bit. The Pirates bit on the draw. Clock continues to roll, and the clock domination by the Panthers has been unbelievable thus far. Unbelievable.
Oh, they've mastered the art of clock watching. They've watched it. They've watched it tick down in their own possession, keeping the Pirates from having chances to return it.
Yeah, they got the football back just under 7 minutes to go, and they've already knocked 2 minutes off the clock here. McNamee hands off. Birchfield again, running forward. And he'll be a yard short, so it'll be 3rd and 1. These short yardage situations have been tough for Wheelersburg. They're going to switch Drew Holsinger. He's in there at that tackle position as they'll go 4 in the front now. Drew Holsinger, Jake Darling, Josh Boggs, and Ethan Glover. Short yardage situation. Birchfield has been their bread and butter thus far at getting it. McNamee, handoff to Birchfield. Stuffed short. Eli Swords bringing him down. But is this 4-down territory for the Panthers?
Do they go for it?
It's close. It's
because they've dominated the line of scrimmage so far. They've both offensively and defensively.
It's 4th and 2. I mean, if they go for it and it's a run play, Wheelersburg has to bring the house. You can't get beat like this. It's happened one too many times. Pirates stack the box. They're expecting the run. Quick kick, McNamee. High kick. Watch it. It has backspin. And it'll come back the way of the Pirates. And it's down at the 42. No. It'll be down much further up as it was number 34, Grant Scott. He kind of knocked the ball down the field hoping the officials wouldn't notice, and he almost got away with it. But the side judge was able to correct the back.
Yeah, luckily.
So the Pirate offense back out onto the field. And it's been a tough go-around for them thus far. It looks like they're going to have Swords, Glover, and Williams on the field as a 3 running back look. And, yeah, look at the Panthers. They stack the box. Look at how many guys they have up front. 4 guys on the line, 4 linebackers as well. Handoff, Eli Swords. And this is the first big yardage out of the run game. And he's brought down just past the first down, and it's a first down Wheelersburg.
He was cruising.
Great play call there as Eli Swords. Good run. Looks like the ball came out after the fact. So Wheelersburg will work from their side of the field now. 2 back set, Swords in motion. Carson Williams powering forward, and he'll get about 3 on that game. Stop made by number 20, Devin DeRosset. Wheelersburg, 2:20 left here in the 3rd quarter as they work from 2nd and 7. Some of the best yardage situations that they've had. I mean, it's been kind of all or nothing whether they get the first down or not. And let's see if they can continue after a couple good run plays. Eli Swords, ball loose.
Ooh.
Scrum, who's got it?
Drew Holsinger's in there.
Panthers say they have it as they continue to fight for the ball.
Who's got it?
Drew Holsinger was down the field. And they spot it. Pikeville says they have it. Wheelersburg says they have it. And it's Pikeville football.
Interesting.
Another fumble recovery for Pikeville.
Sideline going crazy over there.
Let's take a look. A handoff, Eli Swords, and just got poked loose down the field. Scrum ball was still loose underneath there. Holsinger tried to get in and get it. He might have had it. I'm not sure.
He got close. Whether he had it or not is the big question.
Tough break again for the Pirates. Let's take a look at this back angle. Yeah, it just popped out. Oh, it might have been Holsinger. Obviously,
might have been.
Honestly, anything can happen in the scrum, but handoff Birchfield up the middle, spinning forward, and he's brought down after a 9-yard carry. I mean, that's just tough for Wheelersburg. The 3rd turnover of the game. patient running from Blake Birchfield in the backfield. Look at him wait for the hole to open, and he bursts through once it does.
We talk about his athletic ability. You've got to really think about his mind game that he's playing along with his football game.
Pikeville continuing to just milk this clock. I mean, they've just Wheelersburg, when they've had the football, it's been seeming to try and get it all back at once, and Pikeville's been so patient. They've just drove down the field and not worried about it. Hand off up the middle, and it's going to be close.
If you can get just enough yards to get a first down every now and then, why worry?
They're going to measure. Yep, they'll be measuring. This one's way too close to call.
Ooh.
He's trying to eyeball it. And they'll be measuring.
He's right there, if anything.
Yeah, it's close. It seemed like he didn't gain any yardage there, but they spotted him forward. Yeah, it's just been tough for Wheelersburg thus far. And
I see the other end.
First down.
Oh.
So the Panthers will get a new set of downs. Interesting.
Mistake. I thought I was mistaken there.
Yeah, I thought it looked like I could see in between that football and
I could too.
Pylon, but I guess not. So.
But it's not up to us.
Nope, it's up
That's
to the guys on the
great
field.
thing about football.
Back out here. Snap taken McNamee. Hand off to Birchfield. Wheelersburg trying to get in there.
Looks like he was blocked by his own guy.
Yeah, so he'll gain about 2, maybe 3.
Stop made by number 26, Carson Williams.
Whistles, clock will go dead. 24 seconds on it. And let's see what we got. Well, it looks like they're having to make an equipment substitution or maybe an injury. Number 75, Peyton Sayers will go off the field for Pikeville. Maybe cramping out there as he'll drop to a knee once he gets to the sideline. So the clock will run out. That'll be the end of the third quarter. No action scoring-wise. Turnovers all over the place. Pikeville 14, Wheelersburg 7. We'll be right back here with the fourth quarter.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Ohio learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Start of the fourth quarter here, and fourth quarter stats, not much to talk about. I mean, Birchfield has finally been slowed down. He only got 27 yards in that third quarter, 125 for the game. You want to talk about positive for Wheelersburg? Eli Jones, when he's been on the field, I mean, he's gotten 10 rushing yards. Eli Swords had one big carry that went for about 11. But otherwise, 2 fumbles. They've turned the ball over twice in their own territory. It's just something that, watching this game, it's been tough.
It has been tough.
And
especially given the good field position and everything right at the beginning.
Yeah, it just seems like they haven't been able to do anything. McNamee flinging it downfield. Oh!
Almost intercepted.
Josh Clark was there. It kind of looked like Lockhart was playing defense on Josh Clark.
It did.
Watch this. Ball going up over top. McNamee looking for Lockhart, and Clark got the angle, and Lockhart was having to switch over to that DB role while Clark was looking like the wide receiver. 3rd and long. I expect a dump off pass out wide or a run up the middle, because Wheelersburg, they've just not been able to stop something like that.
How are we going to set up depending on the play?
They're going to send 2 guys out wide to the right. And flags. Someone jumped. No.
Timeout.
It'll be a timeout for Pikeville. Looks like the back judge had a delay a game, but everybody else said the timeout they got first. Yeah, this is a big, big play here. 3rd and 7 with 11:54 to go. Like I said earlier in the game, Pikeville, their first 2 games were absolute blowouts. They scored 40-plus points in both games, ran away with it offensively. But this one, it seems like they knew what they were coming into with Wheelersburg, and they just decided we're going to be suffocating while our defense is out there, and when our offense is out there, take what they give us and keep the ball away from Wheelersburg. And they've just flat out dominated the Pirates. They've just not been able to do anything. But 3rd and 7 here, they have a chance to turn it over and take the ball back. They need to get to the 50-yard line to get the first down. Easy for people at home to spot to where that ball needs to get to. That white line through the middle of the field. Big play here, 3rd and 7. 4 receivers wide. Snap, McNamee, he's going to pass. Fire over the middle. Incomplete. Brock Brumfield there to break up the pass. Pass intended for Grant Scott. And the punt team will come on for the Panthers.
This has been a crazy game.
Yeah, and it'll be number 14, Blake Caudill, on the punt. And let's see if the Pirates bring the heat here. They might. They might do it. They might bring the heat. And max protect for the Panthers. We've not seen the Pirates block a punt yet, but they've come close. Itching to go. Ball's off the end, not able to get there. Low lining punt heading down towards Dorr. And he's not going to take it. Ball will be down at the 20-yard line. Or inside the 20. It'll be at the 18. You see the man right there in the middle? That is Steve Johnson. You have a Wheelersburg High School graduate on the Pikeville coaching staff.
I believe he played in 96, graduated in 97.
Yes, and attended Marshall for a couple of years. Played receiver for some of the best 90s teams of the Marshall Thundering Herd for those Herd fans out there.
And a fun fact, he ran the decathlon with my dad during track.
Yeah, he was
an athlete.
He played well here at Wheelersburg. Handoff Ethan Glover trying to power forward up the middle. Suffocating. I just heard someone outside yell, "It's not been there all night." I mean, Wheelersburg, they've just not been able to do anything. Only 3 yards on that one. You got to think maybe they'll take a shot. And
maybe they break out the pass brigade.
Or maybe they call Jones back in the game. I mean, when he's been out there, it seems like the offense has opened up a lot more. Play clock under 15 as the Pirates finally come to the line. 11:06 left. Lattimore in motion. Snap. Rolling out left. Stamper looking. Fires. Through the hands of Lattimore. Incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Almost. There seems to be a lot of almost passes tonight.
Just right through the hands of Lattimore. He wasn't able to bring it in. 10:54 left as the clock stops. Wheelersburg, they got to get something going here. Big play. They need 7 for the first down. As they'll bring 2 safeties deep in Lockhart and Sam Wright. A lot of praise from Coach McNamee. And The ball's loose. Stamper can't get it. Scrum on the play. I thought the Panthers jumped. First of all, I thought the Panthers jumped on that. And even if Wheelersburg recovers it, this is just a bad place to have it.
Ooh, it's awful.
And they do. So Wheelersburg's going to have to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Stamper wasn't able to fall on it. And he's able to get back there, and he did bring the ball in. So Wheelersburg, they're going to have to punt it away. Braxton Sammons is going to have his heels on the goal line. That is a backbreaker for Wheelersburg. They have been knocked all out of sorts by this Panther defense. 4th and 28.
Ooh.
And you got to think they'll bring pressure on Sammons this time. He's got to get it out of there quick. Big,
deep punt.
Lockhart brings it in, and he fair caught it.
Interesting. I thought he would have returned that.
42-yard line, and this is dangerous if you're Wheelersburg.
Panthers have been dominating.
The ball
on the line of
control.
scrimmage.
Yeah, the ball control has been unbelievable by the Panthers, and if you're Wheelersburg, it's got to be 3 and out or bust, because if it's not, the Panthers are going to knock 5-6 minutes off the clock here, and that is not good if you're Wheelersburg. And again, even if Wheelersburg goes to overtime with this team, this is not a team you want to face in overtime with how it's been right
not.
now.
This is a team that's, I believe you said they'd been to several state championships in the past couple years.
Yeah, so.
In the past several years.
Yeah, they feel like they got upset last year in the playoffs. McNamee back in action in the shotgun. Birchfield to his right. Takes snap, handoff Birchfield. Staying on his feet. And it's a big gain. And they'll bring it within 3 yards of the first down marker. Just Wheelersburg, it seems like they can't bring him down on the first try.
No, he's like butter.
Yeah, he just slips off like butter.
Slips through their fingers.
2nd and 3. Just trying to do something here.
Pirates need to start melting that butter.
McNamee in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide. Expect the handoff to Birchfield, and they do. Trying to slip to the outside. Stiff arm. Fighting forward. They can't tackle him. And he's finally brought down. Flag in, and it might be a block in the back. Let's see what we got here. And it is a face mask against Wheelersburg.
Oh.
Oh, that's a backbreaker. Oh, that's brutal.
I believe that's 15 yards.
15 yards down. No, 10.
10 yards.
Brought all the way down to the 12-yard line. I want to know who they got on the face mask there.
They didn't say. I figured they would.
McNamee in the shotgun, and this could be where they put the game on ice. Handoff Birchfield, and he's going nowhere. Great job by the defense to get in the backfield and bring him down. But clock will roll even there. Wheelersburg, they need to stop Pikeville here. This is a must stop. And it looks like a couple helmets are stuck together there. It looks like Hunter Thomas and someone on Pikeville.
Number 75, Peyton Sayers.
Peyton Sayers.
Sayers, excuse me, sorry.
They'll pull those two apart, and teams will head to the sideline. Coach Woodward out there helping with it. And here comes Coach McNamee from the other sideline to help them.
This is an odd
something might be wrong here.
Play.
Their helmets aren't stuck together anymore, but
No.
something might be wrong with Peyton Sayer. We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back. 8:43 left here in the game. Pikeville leads 14-7. We'll be right back.
I think we said it was. No commercial, but I think we said his head was stuck. Their heads were stuck together. It looks like his hand is stuck in his helmet.
Yeah, something serious might be going on here. We're not too sure.
We were talking about that butter earlier. Maybe we need some. Get his hand out.
I can't really see what's going on. His hand
like
is stuck in his face mask.
That's an interesting predicament to find yourself in.
And they'll get his helmet off. And oh, it's Hunter Thomas's hand is stuck in the helmet. It's an interesting sight.
This is a story you tell your kids.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
No.
It seems like the entire coaching staff for both teams are out there trying to figure this out. You see Hunter Thomas there, and if we could get a look at that last play, maybe see what happened, is Hunter Thomas will finally get away. And it looks like now they'll take a look at the helmet.
Maybe they had to cut it open or something to get it out.
I'm not sure.
I bet they took the face mask off.
That's my guess.
And now they're putting it back on. Looks like they're tracking down nuts and bolts.
Yeah, they're trying to put it back together. Maybe it was his. So number 75, Peyton Sayers, he'll get his helmet back.
Interesting.
Or no, it looks like he got a new helmet, as they'll bring the old one off. You see Coach McNamee has it there in his hand.
Oh, it has their numbers on the side. Maybe we can see his new number.
Yeah, so he might have a new number on the side of his helmet there. Yeah, it's not from our angle. It's on the other side of his helmet, but... So, back in action here.
An interesting pause.
Clock will roll as the play clock heads down to 10 seconds. McNamee on the shotgun. Birchfield to his right. Snap, taken, looking. Boggs off the edge, isn't able to get there. McNamee will run.
Getting nowhere.
He'll be brought down at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 8. Look at Josh Boggs. Bull rush there through the edge.
I'm going to give it to Boggs. Every play, he's deep. He's deep into that pass pocket, closing it up.
Forcing them to get rid of the ball quick. Third and 8. Clock rolls. Play clock under 10. Will they have to burn a timeout as they rush to the line? Snap. They get it off. McNamee rolling out, throw, incomplete, broken up by Josh Clark.
And now, I'm going to guess the kicking team.
7:31 left, and here comes the kicking unit.
Pirates are praying either for a miss or a block right here.
Yeah, they need it. They'll bring the all-out block here, no doubt about it. And it's going to be number 17, Jacob Rogers.
A little deep.
And it will
doable.
He missed it earlier. He's kicking from the, looks like it'll be about 28 yards out. Snap, hold by Lockhart, up. Nope. Wide left, no good. And Wheelersburg will take over.
The Pirates have a chance to come back.
The offense needs to roll now. Wheelersburg has been gifted this opportunity as it sails just wide left. Oh, that is a blessing. It seems like heartbreak than blessing for Wheelersburg so far. Now it's time. The offense needs to come alive here.
Now they've got to work with it.
And now first play of the drive, quarterback change. It's Eli Jones, the junior, back out onto the field. He was out the first 2 weeks with injury. He's back in uniform, here.
He had that 10-yard rush earlier for a first down in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's had a couple rushes, and he's been the best source of offense for Wheelersburg as far as a threat to run. Jones takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. Eli Jones getting out to the right side. Eli Jones diving forward. 9-yard carry.
Eli Jones making himself present tonight.
Wheelersburg finally with some life. Eli Jones, the junior, doing his thing. Great run there. Like I said, he's 6'3", 195. Junior quarterback off the bench, coming in for Bryson Stamper and making some big plays. Doing what he needs to do. Wheelersburg making a quarterback change mid-game. Snap. Handoff. Carson Williams falling forward, and he'll gain about 3. I want to bring this up. Last time we saw Wheelersburg make a quarterback change mid-game in a non-blowout.
Right.
Last time I can think about that was back 2 years ago against the Minford Falcons. Wheelersburg, they subbed in their senior quarterback, Evan Horsley. He checked in the game, and he would finish out the season. He checked in for Aaron Masters that game.
I remember that.
So he finished that game, led Wheelersburg to a thrilling overtime victory, and who knows, we might be seeing some similar fireworks here as the offense has life. 2nd and 6. Flags all over the place. Someone jumped. Who is it? Dead ball. It's going to be a false start against Wheelersburg.
Oh.
I thought it was number 23, Luke Ray, who jumped there in the middle. I don't know who jumped there, if we could get a look at that. As Wheelersburg will come back to the line, clock will roll, so they got to move quick. 2nd and 11. This is not the situation you want to be down.
Definitely not.
Snap taken. Eli Jones keeps as he goes into the pile.
Crawling.
And he's not able to get much of anything. And the clock will continue to tick as we head under 6 minutes.
Now the Pirates have to manage the clock.
Now Stamper back on the field as they're looking for him to throw. It's probably a passing down here. They're wanting Stamper to make a play here. They need one. They need a big play. Super eye. This is an obvious passing look, or obvious running look. Pitch, Carson Williams. Big carry, ball loose. Another fumble.
Again. It's his 2nd fumble of the game.
And Pikeville will take over. Inside the 50, he had the first down, and it popped loose again. Zach Lockhart on the recovery. And that's his 2nd fumble of the game.
Man.
He had the first one, and he has that one, and that's just tough for Wheelersburg. I mean, that's just brutal. Carson Williams, his 3rd fumble on the season here, only in week 4. 2 in this game. McNamee takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Birchfield continuing to run, falling forward. And he gets close to the first down, and they'll move it forward. He's got it.
Well, we know Carson Williams will be walking around with a football at practice this week.
It's just rough.
Very rough.
Five minutes left here in the game. McNamee in the shotgun. Wheelersburg, they need to get a stop here if they want any chance. Birchfield moves to the right side. End of the play clock, they'll snap. Oh, McNamee nearly lost it, and he drops off the pass. Near disaster on the play, but they're able to find Grant Scott. Penalty flags on the play. And if this is on Wheelersburg, it could be the backbreaker.
That could be it.
Carson Williams will check back in the game here. He'll come in for number 51, Xavier Stanley. And this one might be coming back. No, they waved the flag off.
Interesting.
McNamee nearly lost it on the handoff, but he was able to compose himself, throw it out to Scott. And
what did they think it was?
I'm not sure. And looks like Drew Holsinger, he's going to come up limp here, and he's going to head off the field. Joden Blackburn will check in the game for him. McNamee in the shotgun. Clock will now roll. And they're going to take away a lot of time here. No, they won't. They'll snap it early. Birchfield. First down. Just Wheelersburg, they just can't stop them. And unless a big turnover happens, I don't see what Wheelersburg can do here.
I don't either, honestly. I want to say Wheelersburg does the same thing they did last time, and they just contain them to a missed field goal.
You can't count on that, though.
But you can't count on that.
You got to force a turnover or something. I mean, this is crunch time. This is where heroes are made.
This is when you get your name on a wall, fellas.
4 receivers wide. McNamee in the shotgun. Handoff to Birchfield. Flag in the backfield. And he's brought down, penalty flags. We got a hold. And this one's going to be coming back. This could be big.
This could be big.
That could be a tough penalty for Pikeville. You saw there, maybe it was number 73 who got Jake Darling up through the middle. Clock continues to roll as we're under 4 minutes, and it'll be 1st and 20. They're going to be able to take a lot of time off this clock. And they're just going to play conservative football here. Nothing that can be turned over. Wheelersburg's got to be able to stop it. Handoff, Birchfield. Blackburn can't bring him down, but Glover's there to finish the play. 2nd down, clock moves, as this will take us under 3 minutes left in the game. Ethan Glover in the backfield to finish the play. And it'll be 2nd and 22. Great job here. Take a look. Blackburn, he wasn't able to get him, but Ethan Glover able to wrap up and bring him down. Play clock under 10 as McNamee rushing out. And this is, you don't want to burn a timeout if you're Pikeville here. They run to the line. And timeout Pikeville.
Like you said, you don't want to burn one. They have one left.
They take one. We'll take one too. 2:38 left here in the 4th quarter. Your score, Pikeville 14, Wheelersburg 7.
Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
That's your option.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium. Pikeville driving, but they are after a long penalty. It's 2nd and 22 with 2:40 left here in the 4th quarter.
How do you think they come back from this?
Well, here's the thing.
The Pirates, I mean.
If you're Wheelersburg, unless a turnover is forced, I mean, after what we've seen from Pikeville's kicker, this is 4-down territory for them. They're going to run 2 more plays and knock 80 more seconds off the clock here at their absolute best.
Right.
So, looking at it like that, I mean, that leaves the Pirates with a minute 20 at the absolute worst. Maybe at the best they get like a minute 40, but
right.
I don't know. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if Pikeville passes. That's what I'll say. Handoff up the middle. It's the freshman. 35, Brendan Anthony on the run. And it'll bring up third down on 11. 11 yards from the freshman, and that you just can't let that happen in a spot like this.
Especially not with 2 minutes left, losing by 7.
Yeah, I mean,
you've got to make every play on both sides count.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Like I said, 3rd and 11, 2 minutes left. I will be thoroughly shocked if they pass this football. Like, unless it is a screen or a dump off, I will be shocked. 5 seconds on the play clock. Birchfield in the backfield. McNamee, it is a pass.
You're shocked.
He's looking to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Panthers. Zach Lockhart in the end zone from Isaac McNamee. And Wheelersburg will drop down by 2 scores under 2 minutes left. An absolute heartbreaker. Jacob Rogers on to attempt the extra point. Snap. Botched hold. Zach Lockhart trying to run away with it. And he throws it away incomplete. And there will be an intentional grounding call.
Number 10, Zach Lockhart throws the ball to the ground. There are penalty flags on the play. Intentional grounding against the Panthers.
So, after
Now,
that
the
touchdown.
Pirates, how do you deal with this? How do you I mean, you're going to have 2 1-minute drills and an absolute
I mean, if you're
miracle of a
Wheelersburg,
turnover.
it's bring the kickoff back or have a big play on your first play of scrimmage and recover an onside kick. I mean,
exactly.
This is just rough. If you're Wheelersburg, it's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is just being dominated by Pikeville. They've got complete control over the clock at this point, I think, and the Pirates just really have to work.
I don't think
with
they'll
what they have.
Yeah, I don't think they'll give Wheelersburg a chance to return this football, but
no,
it's just been an absolute backbreaker. I mean,
it's going to take everything the Pirate offense has, and the Pirate defense to come back and win this game. We've seen it before.
Yeah, obviously, but the Panthers' defense the Panthers on both sides of the ball have absolutely dominated. In the first half, it was their offense who dominated the game. Second half, it's been their defense, forcing 4 turnovers, I believe, so far this game.
Yes, absolutely unreal.
5, maybe. I don't know. Stamper might have 2 picks. I'm not sure. On to kick, it'll be Rogers. Pooch high, arcing kick. Josh Clark will be the one to return. And it's a great tackle there. Number 35, Brendan Anthony, brings him down. And the drive will start from the 25-yard line. 141, so Eli Jones will come back out onto the field. They just need something, anything.
Eli Jones, I believe, yet to throw a pass this game.
Yet to throw a pass this season.
The season, right, yeah. This being his first regular season game.
Yeah, his first game in action as he's in the shotgun. Expect to. And whistles timeout Wheelersburg. They'll take one, we'll take one too. Pikeville leads 20-7. 1:42 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin. The life lessons that interscholastic athletics can teach kids are so much more important than wins and losses and will stay with them long after their playing days are over. Discipline, teamwork, sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity can all be learned through school sports. The lessons that these student athletes learn through sports today will help them be prepared for the wins and losses of life tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
20-7 is our score here with 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. The Pirates have checked Eli Jones in the game here, trying to create something.
Now, do they pass is my question to you.
You have to. Or you give it to Eric Lattimore or Josh Clark or someone. You got to give it to a playmaker.
You think you run them on a sweep?
It would be the only option. I mean, the run game has been there the last couple weeks. It's just not been here tonight. Snap. They give Eric Lattimore a ton of space. Eric Lattimore, a big carry.
Ooh.
And he's hit hard out of bounds. And he's woozy getting up. Let's take a look. Eric Lattimore, a huge run to that left side. Going all the way out. And
going all the way. Let's see what.
Oh, he got absolutely lit up. Looks like by someone not even in uniform.
Yeah, it's. That guy must be strong.
Lattimore, he's coming over to the sideline and he's being checked out real quick. Snap. Fakes the handoff to Casey Dorr. Eli Jones running, diving, and he's brought down in bounds, and that's absolutely not what you want as Wheelersburg, because they got to move quick back to the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
1:25 left.
I want to see Eli pass.
Let's see what they do here. Casey Dorr in motion. And they give to him. Casey Dorr running, diving, brought down. 3rd and 1. Clock continues to roll as we go under a minute. No, it'll be a first down, so the clock will stop momentarily. Eric Lattimore back in the game. This jet sweep has been here on this drive. Lattimore in motion. High snap. They fake it. Eli Jones takes going nowhere. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And Wheelersburg immediately calls a timeout. An absolute disaster.
Last timeout.
Last one, an absolute disaster will play there for Wheelersburg.
Grasping at straws, it seems.
Absolutely. And
anything that'll work.
it's not impossible, but
it sure is unlikely.
Yeah, it sure is unlikely. I mean, if you're Wheelersburg, you got at some point you got to take a shot. Even if it's points for pride at this point, you got to take a shot.
Make it as close as possible.
As I hate to be that guy, but I'm looking out and we got an active parking lot.
Yeah.
As cars are starting to file out towards the exit.
Not only is it an active parking lot, I believe it's an active Burg parking lot, which makes it feel even worse. But there is still a very small chance that Wheelersburg could come back and win this. We've seen it twice to Ironton as they came away with the wins of Jackson and Fairland. We've seen it twice.
It's miracle ball here if Wheelersburg's able to come back, but they're in their own territory. It's just a question of whether or not they'll be able to do anything. Bryson Stamper back in the game. He's got 4 receivers to choose from. Eli Swords to his left. Dropping back, looking out. Josh Clark on the flat. And he runs out of bounds, stops the clock at 46 seconds.
Josh Clark with the catch.
46 seconds left on the clock. 4 wide. Stamper, snap. 2-step drop looking. Fires. Warren. Oh, he's lit up. And it's incomplete.
His cap was nearly detated right off his head.
Stamper was looking over the middle and fired, and Warren got absolutely hammered on that play. Stamper in the shotgun, 4 receivers to choose from. Takes a snap, heavy rush, lobbing it towards the end zone. And Creed Warren comes down. No, incomplete. Oh. Let's take a look. I thought he came down
Did
with
he
it.
Catch that.
He lobbed it down the field. I thought it was going to be intercepted, but
I
Warren
did
made a
too.
great effort. Oh!
I believe that's down.
It's close, but so 3rd and 10.
Man.
Pirates take an end zone shot there, and it wasn't successful. Let's take a look. A little bit slower this time. Stamper on that 2-step drop, fired it up, and Warren, yeah, it popped loose.
Yeah, frame by frame.
Eli Swords, he's going to bring it in. He caught it on the back of his own lineman. It brings up 4th down. Wheelersburg, they need to move with some pace here, but it doesn't look like it's going to do anything.
I hate to be that guy, Gavin. But there's
10
15
seconds
left.
Yeah, that's going to do it. But Wheelersburg, they're going to try and one more play here. Stamper, throw out. Casey Dorr, incomplete.
Complete.
And Pikeville will take over with 3 seconds left, and it'll be a knee, and we'll get out of here. Thorough domination by the Pikeville Panthers tonight.
100%.
Thorough domination.
As much as I hate to say it, they dominated
on both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball, and right on that line of scrimmage, too. They dominated the clock. Wheelersburg just couldn't put it together right at the end.
So Wheelersburg, they're just going to put some guys out there as Pikeville's going to go out and drop to a knee. And following this, we'll be right back with a post-game show, stats and highlights.
I guess we'll be right back.
No, we gotta finish the game here first.
Right.
I mean, it'll be McNamee.
3
He'll
seconds.
be the one to do it. So.
Now, will they take the knee gap?
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Snap, McNamee drops down, and that'll do it. Pikeville knocks off Wheelersburg, 20-7. We'll be back with the postgame show just after this.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Ohio learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Ed Miller Stadium as we're going to quickly take a look at some highlights of this game as Pikeville knocks off Wheelersburg 20-7. Interception on the first play of the game. Landon Hutchinson picked off Isaac McNamee on a great tipped ball at the line. He made a great read and came down with the football, and Wheelersburg took over deep in their own territory, and they took advantage. As Ethan Glover, a carry to the left side, was able to break free and find Pater. But as much as I hate to say it, that's where the scoring would end for Wheelersburg. On that Ethan Glover carry, they got nothing else going the rest of the game, as it was all Blake Birchfield as he ran all over the Pirates, just not able to do anything to stop him. It seems like no matter where they were. Then later in that second quarter, Stamper fired, and Zach Lockhart, going up over top of Eric Lattimore, came away with it, forcing the first of many turnovers. Later, capitalizing off that turnover, McNamee found Zach Lockhart, and they would lead 14-7, and they would never give it back as they just continue to roll. Later, seemed like the Pirates may have got some momentum, and then the ball popped loose, and Pikeville took over. Eli Swords on that outside run just seemed like the ball just popped loose, and Wheelersburg, they couldn't hold on to that football, it seemed like, for the whole game. Then again, fumble back behind the play, setting up Wheelersburg deep in their own territory, and they had to punt the ball away way back there. just so Wheelersburg had to punt after this one. And Piketon would get the ball back, but then Carson Williams, it looked like he got the first down on this play. It was another turnover for Wheelersburg as they weren't able to do much of anything. Carson Williams, he had 2 fumbles on this game. Eli Sorts 1. Bryson Stamper had a fumble. It was just rough all around. Then the backbreaker. Isaac McNamee finds Zach Lockhart for some security at the end of the game. Over top of Landon Hutchinson, and that finished it off. For the game, Blake Birchfield, 155 yards on 29 carries and a touchdown. Anthony, 25 on 5 carries. Lockhart, he had 68 of the receiving yards on 7 receptions with 2 touchdowns. There was 1 interception thrown by the quarterback. Isaac McNamee, 10 of 16 passing for 90 yards. For Wheelersburg, top performer, I'd have to say it was, if I absolutely had to pick one, Eli Jones when he was on the field. He had 24 yards on 6 carries. Eric Lattimore, 24 yards on 1 carry. Josh Clark, only 2 yards on 2 receptions, a couple fumbles, and all around a tough game for the Wheelersburg Pirates. So, player of the game, it's going to go to Blake Birchfield. He played a great game for the Pikeville Panthers. And
I agree. He was the key to them winning this game, I believe. He was there when he needed him. He got a very large chunk of their offensive yards, and it was really hard to stop him.
Yeah, so that'll do it here at Wheelersburg. Pikeville wins 20-7. Next time the Wheelersburg Pirate football team is in action next week at Jackson. Next time we're in action here on Burg Sports Network will be next week, Tuesday night, a soccer doubleheader against Minford. The boys will play first, followed by the girls that night.
We will be broadcasting that game live.
Starting, it'll be at 5 o'clock. So tonight, I'm Gavin.
And I'm David Brown.
Pikeville wins 20-7. Have a good night. And we'll see you in a couple weeks when Waverly comes to town for some more Pirate football.
We'll see you next time.